Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate video. And right now, this morning, Nintendo finally let us know that a Smash Direct is coming. Now, I actually, I haven't talked about Smash in a while, a couple months, or 1 month. I talked about it in September. I made like a Nintendo Direct video that nobody watched. So, that was a little, I kind of stopped because then I was like, well, I guess this isn't really worth talking about. And I didn't really want to cover, fake leaks either, because while I've seen many people in the Smash community grow from like almost nothing to 15, 20,000 subscribers from talking about leaks and information and such. I didn't really want to do that because I don't know. I don't really like talking about things that aren't credible. Sometimes I'll talk about leaks, but only if I think they're interesting. I don't know. I don't recall talking about any fake leaks, but from time to time I will talk about I made a Justice League Rocksteady 4chan video. That was back in when was that? September. So, I'll occasionally cover it. But now there is a official Smash Direct 40 minutes long coming the day after Halloween, November 1st, hosted by Masahiro Sakurai, and there will be a Nintendo Treehouse afterwards with Smash, Yoshi's Crafted World, and Diablo 3, and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So this is really exciting. Couple things I want to talk about. So let's talk about the Grinch leak really quick. If you don't know what the Grinch leak is, I'll break this down for you very quickly. Marketing. There was a marketing company, and one of their employees took a picture of a Smash banner being used for what we assume will be some sort of promotional piece of material. And somebody took a Snapchat of it, and then the person who viewed the Snapchat put it on a Discord, and then it went on to 4chan, and then from there it just got spread everywhere. And what ended up happening was there were a whole bunch of characters we did not know about on that banner. And to most people, except for the insiders who think that the banner is not real, most people think this banner is real. So, spoilers, if you don't want to know who the 7, or actually 8 fighters are, the 8th one, I don't know why people aren't talking about, but there's an 8th character. If you don't want to know, either skip ahead or mute. I don't want you to click off, but mute or something. I'll do this really quick. Alright, spoilers. The 7 characters. Geno, Banjo-Kazooie, Shadow, Ken, the Chorus Kids, Isaac from Golden Sun. Also, Skull Kid is definitely in that banner. I don't know. People aren't talking about that. People aren't bringing him up. You can see the Majora's Mask, but, the argument... Why would that be there? Really, why would that be there if it wasn't part of a character? It's under the character Mach Rider, so it's obviously not a part of him. So, it's Skull Kid. Skull Kid is in the banner. So, okay, with the banner out of the way, briefly, there's just a whole lot of evidence saying that there's no way, it's impossible for this to be fake. It's really impossible. It would be a miracle if this was fake. Like, this would be a miraculous job by whoever faked this. So, moving on from that, most of you probably already know about the Grinch leak and everything about it, so we're going to move on. So, this 40-minute Smash Direct is going to cover a lot. It's the final, they've said this, final Smash Direct. So, what exactly does that mean? So let's answer the first question. Is every single fighter in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that will be non-DLC, will they all be revealed in this Direct? Well, Maybe. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, and I really should look this up, but I'm not going to because I think I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure that, in Smash 4, they did just regular character approaching live stream where they went, here's a new character reveal. And, I'm surprised they haven't done that for this. But maybe they have come to realize that putting Smash character reveals on Nintendo Directs make them do a ton better, obviously. I mean, would you watch a Nintendo Direct? Like, how many people would not watch a Nintendo Direct if they just stated, hey, no Smash reveal. Don't even show up if you want to, if you're expecting that. You realize how many people just wouldn't watch? But anyway, so I can kind of understand why they did that. But correct me if I'm wrong. I remember we had a whole bunch of those leading up to Smash 4. So, I mean, are they really going to do 8 characters in here? That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. And you know what? I don't want that. I don't want that because, I need to bring up the fact that the banner could be fake. I think it's real. I think it's impossible to fake something like that. But there are a lot of insiders who think it's fake. And the reason they think it's fake, I think there's a reason they don't want to tell us, and there's a reason that we can infer. And it's that these people know Incineroar is in the game and he is not in the banner. And I think based on what they probably might know is that Incineroar is supposed to be next in terms of reveals. So, I don't know. I don't know. Papagino's had a good theory, YouTuber. Fantastic Smash YouTuber. He had a theory that Sakurai went to E3 to have a meeting with Microsoft to get the rights to Banjo, and then what happened essentially in his theory is that Banjo replaced Incineroar's place in the roster, and Incineroar will probably end up being DLC. That's a theory I can totally get behind. I feel like Incineroar isn't really that popular of a choice anyway, but I also don't think he's a good choice for DLC. But in the crunch time coming up to Smash Ultimate, I feel like that is totally a decision that could happen. Sakurai really wanting to get a certain character in, and he can only do it at the last minute because obviously you have to get the rights. Maybe Microsoft wasn't so sure. Maybe it took a lot of convincing, and then really at the last second they said, fine, you can do it. And yeah, I feel like something like this would totally happen. Maybe Incineroar wasn't completely finished, and then he said, alright, Incineroar is gonna either be cutting room floor or DLC. Banjo needs to be in this game. I mean, obviously, who's more exciting, Incineroar or Banjo-Kazooie? You know what I mean? So obviously, that's a theory I can get behind. And just I don't think we're getting 8 reveals. I don't think we would get more than 4. You know what I mean? So our last Smash Direct was about 25 minutes, and we had 2 characters. Well, alright, so we had Simon Belmont and Richter. I really count that as one character because Richter's an Echo, but, fine, we'll count it as 2. So, there are 5 characters total. We had Simon, Richter, Dark Samus, I was going to say Dark Shadow, Dark Samus, Chrom, and King K. Rool. Pretty good for 25 minutes. And they had a lot of beefy material in there. But to be honest, I think they're going to spend most of the 40 minutes talking about the new Spirits mode. They're going to probably talk a lot about online and how that's going to work. And yeah, just my issue is that I don't want them to... I feel like it would be exhausting if we just got so many character reveals. I mean, because you got to let that sink in, right? When a big character is revealed, you got to let it sink in. It's got to have an impact. I mean, I don't know if I would enjoy it if we started with Banjo, and then I'll go right to Isaac, And then you go right to Mach Rider, and then you go right to the Chorus Kids, and then, oh, you're Skull Kid, oh my god. Like, it's too much. It's really too much. So I don't know. I really don't know how they're going to do this. Oh, and before you say, well, maybe they're not going to show all the characters before the game comes out. Well, I agree and disagree. Sakurai said he plans on revealing all characters for Smash Ultimate. Now, he definitely means main roster. This game will definitely have DLC. And I think with Smash 4, I think the DLC didn't start until like months and months after. That is not what's going to happen this time, I don't think. I think DLC is going to drop immediately. Like, I think we'll see our first DLC character be put into the game probably a month after the game comes out. I mean, this is a huge money-making opportunity for Nintendo. And, you know, I'm not calling them greedy. I don't want people to think I'm saying that Nintendo cares only about money. But you have to understand, this is a business. This game is a money printer. This game is going to make Nintendo so much money. They're going to put a lot of effort into DLC. And, like I've always said, the DLC roster. Now, let me get a little ideology out of the way here. I think the main roster is composed of characters important to Nintendo and their history. The main roster. Now, I'm not talking about DLC. So when you look at characters like Bayonetta and Ryu, these characters aren't really important to Nintendo as a company, right? That's why they're DLC, because they're sort of the crazy crossover characters. Cloud also. These are characters that aren't really that important to Nintendo, but, you know, are characters that people would enjoy to play. They're sort of outsiders coming into the community. It's kind of like when your friend becomes part of your family. You know what I mean? Think of the main roster as your family, and then DLC is like that friend you bring over for dinner, and then after a while they just kind of become part of the family. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. So the main roster, when you have characters like Banjo and Geno, that totally makes sense, because Banjo, before being owned by Microsoft, Rare, the company, had a great relationship with Nintendo. Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, he got his start on the Nintendo 64. Great relationship with Nintendo back in the day. And, you know, to all Banjo fans out there, Banjo, despite being owned by Microsoft, he's part of the Nintendo family. He's part, his Banjo in his original form is part of the Nintendo family. Geno is a Square Enix character, Mario RPG created by Square Enix, and Geno is part of the Nintendo family as well, because he is in a Mario game which happens to be created by Square Enix, and Geno was created for that game. For example, when you have Mario plus the Rabbids, now that doesn't technically make the Rabbids nor Rayman part of the Nintendo family, but that could make Rayman a pretty likely candidate for DLC, I would say. I did make a DLC predictions video, and I gotta say, I think my reasoning has changed quite a bit. A lot of the characters I thought who were going to be DLC are kind of just in the roster now, and I'm starting to think that maybe DLC is going to be just really out there. Like, if Nintendo and Microsoft really did work together for Banjo, then, you know what, I'm just going to say, I don't see why a character like, for example, Master Chief from Halo, he could be DLC. Because if Banjo is main roster, if that's a main roster character, then I think the DLC is going to be just insane. I don't think people agree with me on this. I still think Scorpion is a very likely DLC candidate. He is exactly a character for DLC in this game, and so is a character like Master Chief. Just a character that you never thought in a million years could be a part of Smash. That's like who we're looking at here. Geno and Banjo I thought would be DLC. Now I have come to realize that DLC is going to be crazier than this. So, yeah, and that includes Crash Bandicoot probably. I would assume they would. I'm really gonna assume that they're gonna try to get every big character from gaming history, but just one per sort of like company. Like I'm sure they're gonna get a Sony mascot. They're gonna get a Microsoft mascot, so that's definitely Master Chief. And for Sony, I would say that's probably Crash. Yeah, and I think people aren't going to agree with me on this, but I think Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Why do I think that? Because Scorpion he's so important to fighting game history. His arcade origins, same as Street Fighter. Scorpion in Mortal Kombat is just as important to fighting game history as Ryu in Street Fighter. Only difference being is that Capcom sort of has a better working relationship with the company. But Scorpion is just as important. I would say even more so important. And Mortal Kombat's been on Super Nintendo consoles since day one. They went from their arcade right to the Super Nintendo. So that's all I have to say about that. I'll probably get a lot of comments. I've gotten plenty of comments about how that wouldn't work. You know what? I just don't agree, but whatever. So, I don't agree. I think they could totally make him work. I think it would be the perfect thing ever, really. But whatever. We're moving on from that. So, alright. Let me just say my, final thoughts. Sorry this was kind of a long, rambly video, but that's just kind of what you're going to have to expect from me. I'm sorry. I like to talk a lot. Sometimes without logical order. I'm very sorry. If you don't like it, let me know, and maybe I'll try to do this a little better in the future. Alright, so I'm going to very quickly say what I think is going to happen. What I actually think is going to happen. Alright, so what I think is going to happen in this 40-minute direct is we will get probably only one third-party entry. Well, I don't know. Well, because, do I really see Geno and Banjo in the same direct? Maybe, but I don't know. Geno and Banjo, maybe, or something I was thinking about. What if, instead of multiple different characters, what if they just had this very long cinematic with maybe almost all of the characters? Maybe excluding Geno and Banjo. Maybe include, except for the Echoes, so no Shadow and no Ken either. Maybe they do this long cinematic, and this cinematic introduces all of the first-party Nintendo characters on the banner. Characters like Mach Rider and the Chorus Kids, and Skull Kid, and etc. What if that's what happens there? I think that would be, whoa, that would just, imagine that, like a 3 to 5 minute cinematic, just bam, 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 kind of like Super Smash Bros. Brawl intro, where they just sort of quickly just were giving us new characters. I think we got 5 to 6 new characters in that trailer. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe 4 to 5, I think. Something like that. I think that would be so cool. Just, first 3 to 4 minutes, just bam, bam, bam. Here's Skull Kid, here's the Chorus Kid, here's bam, bam, bam. You know what I mean? I think that would be cool. And then you jump into the actual direct, talk about Spirits Mode, talk about online, talk about likely some things we don't know about, obviously. And then maybe something crazy right in the middle. Maybe even an announcement of DLC coming up, and then we're going to announce the very first, or maybe first couple of DLC characters in some amount of time. Yeah, and then what's probably going to happen is an announcement of the test Smash, the demo of Smash, like we had on the Nintendo 3DS. that is definitely, maybe gonna happen. You like that one? Definitely, maybe. It has to. That has to happen. This is the final Smash Direct. That now is the time. Although I think maybe if they did that, I think that would completely overshadow Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. But I don't think they care that much. That game's going to sell a ton anyway. I don't know. Or maybe they do the test Smash for a weekend and then they cut it off, and then for the next 3 weeks they focus on Pokemon, and then as soon as that game's done, back to Smash. And they spend the next I think 3 weeks up until the game's launch. Maybe we don't see a character like Banjo or Geno until then. Or maybe we do get all 8 characters. Like I said, with that opening, sweeping, awesome cinematic, we could very much get every first-party character, and then maybe in the middle we get like Geno, and then maybe at the end we get Banjo. The 2 Echo Fighters being Shadow and Ken, maybe we get them somewhere in there. So this could work. That would be really cool. That actually might be what they do, to be honest. I was wrong at the beginning when I said that, they just reveal after reveal. But maybe if they really do, just do, all the first-party characters in an opening cinematic that's 3 to 4 minutes. It's a very good way to do this. I mean, we already know about these characters anyway, due to the leak. So it would just be cool if we just kind of got them out of the way really quickly. So I think that's going to do it, man. I'm very excited about this, and I'm nervous. There's a lot on the line here. We don't know if the banner's real. It could be, but what if it's not? What if it's not real? My worry is, what if we get a bunch of characters that are way less exciting? What if we find out, no Banjo and no Geno, and no, we're not getting Shadow, and we're not going to get Skull Kid, and instead we get another Fire Emblem character. And we get and instead of Skull Kid, we get some character we don't really like that much, Fee or something, or Zant, the bad guy from Twilight Princess. Oh my god, and who else? I don't even know. And we get Waluigi. Could you imagine that? We get Waluigi and Zant from Twilight Princess, and then that's it. And then it's there's your final roster. No new Pokemon, nothing. And then we get the bug from Generation 3. I don't even remember his name. Wurmple. We get Wurmple, Waluigi, and Zant. And then we find out that the banner's not real. How funny would that be? There it is. We hope you guys enjoyed. And then they do, we're going to reveal the first DLC character. Here we go. And it's Tingle. That would be so funny. No, it really wouldn't, actually. But in concept, that's not going to happen. But still. Alright. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you made you laugh. Hope I made you feel entertained. Sorry this was a very long, rambly video. But you know what? It's just how we do it. So, I will see you. I'm probably not going to stream the event, even though I really should. I don't know if I am. But I will see you immediately after. I'm going to talk about it. And if there really is a demo that goes live afterwards, you bet I'm going to talk about it. So that's going to do it. Thank you for watching. Keep on fighting. I will see you in the next video. Have a fantastic day.